What's going on, YouTube? I'm back. On a more serious note. I mean, all my videos are serious, but this one is a little more serious. Um, I think that I think that things get flipped around a lot when it comes to people that are well-known PlayStation fans. Um, Straw man arguments. I mean, all kinds of tactics in order to make one's argument irrelevant. And I get it. Especially if you in a goal to winning the argument. If your goal is to win the argument more so than having a conversation or a productive conversation, I get it. And it's all fun, for real. I know the difference between trolling, capping, and being serious. But sometimes I feel like um, things purposely get twisted when there is a serious argument to be had on one's part. You know what I mean? If that makes sense what I'm trying to say. The reason why I'm even doing this video is because my man Doc Dark put out another video, and his video is entitled I Asked the Wrong Question. And no, as an Xbox fan, you didn't ask the wrong question. If you invested money in a console, you want to know what the console offers over the competition. Put it like this. I'm gonna give you my experience, right? I love all consoles. I made that clear. I do have a preference, and I've made that clear. But that don't mean because I have a preference that all other stuff is bad. I still bought an Xbox. I still bought a Nintendo Switch. I still bought, you know, games, handhelds, you name it. I've bought all that stuff, right? But one thing I noticed when I had an Xbox is that when I played all the games that I wanted to play for that system, there was literally nothing else to play. The reason why it wasn't nothing else to play is because I already had a console that did the exact same thing. So what is the point of having two consoles that run 90% of the same games? What is the point of having two consoles if majority of the games run on both systems? You have to look for the exclusives. You need the exclusives, because without the exclusives, you're wasting your money. And that's exactly what I did with the Xbox Series X. When I bought the Xbox, not Series X, excuse me, the Xbox One X. When I bought the Xbox One X, I was led to believe that the games were going to look significantly better than they did on the PS4 Pro. They did look better. However, it wasn't better enough to pay another $500 better. It wasn't no night and day difference. It wasn't none of that. Hell, you had 1400p. A lot of the stuff was checkerboard 4K versus native. My eyes can't see that. I can't zoom 300% to see that. So I wasted my money. I bought an original Xbox, and I've said this 1,000 times. I bought an original Xbox because I wanted to play the exclusive games it had. If it didn't have any exclusives, it would be no reason for me to get the Xbox One in the first place, and I could have just stuck with the PS4 because 90% of the same games ran on both systems. That's the argument. That's the issue. That is the problem. That is what people are deliberately overlooking. You know, the narrative is PlayStation, Sony, Pony fanboys beat their chests over exclusives. That's not the narrative. That's not the narrative. No, that's not me. And that's not a lot of people. There are some, and they can be used as tokens to misrepresent the entire community, but that ain't it. That's not it at all. The issue is, what is the point of having two consoles if they run the same games? That's like you might as well get two PlayStations. Get two Xboxes then. Get two of them then. It makes no sense. That's the argument. That is the argument. Now, y'all can keep overlooking that if y'all want to, but I'm going to tell y'all the truth. That is it. Who wants to spend $1,000 on two consoles that do the exact same thing? Because let's be real. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X is the exact same console. It is. Give or take a few features. So what? If I'm buying a console, a games console to play games, that's exactly what I'm looking for. A console to play games. And I don't need two consoles to run the exact same games, especially if 90% of the games are multi-platform games. But this don't need to be said either. It doesn't. But I figure I was in the mood for a counter argument. I was in a mood for an explanation. I was in a mood for a response to the video. Because truthfully, Doc, you have a lot of good content. It's very interesting stuff. But I will say, some of the stuff you say is almost like your words are so amazingly slick that it will lead people to believe something that's not true. Because that ain't the truth. You do have certain fanboys that get out here and beat their chest and they want to be a part of the console wars and all of this stuff. Yeah, people want to do that. And you're going to have that in every group of people that want to argue over certain things. People will just want to be a part of something. But no, man, the record got to get set. It's got to get straight with that. It's got to get straight with that. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I just wanted to say my piece on that because I can't lie. When I hear certain stuff like that, and it's like I know it's not true. It's like it just fires me up. It gets me going. It gets me going every time. Console wars is fun, and I get it. But when content or not, I'm not going to say content. I'm going to say when narratives get pushed, right? It just lead to, bad endings, man. That's what it lead to. And I'm not saying your video in particular, Doc. I'm just saying period, point blank. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation fans want Xbox to have games too. True gamers want Xbox to have games. True gamers. I don't know. I know one thing. I was never one to be like, I don't want Xbox to have any exclusives. I for damn sure ain't gonna say that when I bought Xboxes. I got an Xbox One and an Xbox One X. And I bought those for two different reasons. I bought the first one because I wanted to play those exclusives they had. Because in the beginning of that generation, it buried. Man, they had a ton of exclusives over PlayStation. I think I was playing I touched Killzone, Shadowfall, and Infamous Second Son. And I think I was playing that majority. The rest was multiplats. Meanwhile, Xbox had Rise, Son of Rome, Sunset Overdrive. Man, it had a Quantum Break. Man, it had a ton of games, man. At least it looked like it was a lot more over PlayStation in the beginning of the generation until 2015 hit. Then the onslaught happened. 2013, the consoles launched. 2014, it was pretty dry on PlayStation. 2015, it was an avalanche. Avalanche. And it kept going. So yeah, man, I just wanted to say my piece, man. the things got to get put in perspective. It just got to get put in perspective, man. You know, I like to have fun with this stuff, but I definitely don't want to be mistook. And I do get mistaken all the time. I do. I'm well known. I'm open to be a PlayStation fan. You know, I'm known to prefer PlayStation. Like, don't nobody else have preferences. You got PC guys that prefer PC, but they still got an Xbox and a PlayStation. You got Xbox guys that prefer Xbox, but they still got a PlayStation and possibly a PC. I've seen it all the time. I've even seen people with Xboxes that only bought a Switch, and that's it. People had their preferences, but you can't call people fanboys because they have preferences. But you damn sure can call fanboys if they're like completely illogical and dismissive over logic. That's all I wanted to say, man. I just feel like I needed to say that. And I don't know why I was compelled to say it, but this is the reason why I do this YouTube in the first place. It's to just get it out. Get it off me. You know, and more so than anything else, you know? And to interact for sure. This is content, but this is not entertainment. You know? I don't look at it like that. I'm just talking to you just like I listen to you, Doc Dark, like I listen to Solid Rev, like I listen to Sick Humor, like I listen to Porter Rock, all of y'all. Y'all got y'all piece. I'm compelled to say mine. And I encourage anybody else that compelled to do it. And I'll be there. I'll be right there to listen to you. I visit all of y'all channels, man. I want to hear what everybody got to say. That's the truth. That is the truth. I love listening to logical argument. Even if I don't agree, I love listening to it because maybe ideas get sparked. Anything. That's all I wanted to say, man. 12 minutes long enough. I just wanted to get my piece out there, man. Rome, I'm gone.